I remember that during the playoffs, there was still a feeling, or at least a lot of thoughts inside the market, that Efes, they were about to reduce the budget because they were facing a massive rebuild. Let's say a lot of players on expiring contracts, a lot of expensive players. But now I heard that winning the EuroLeague title, and of course when they saw that there is a possibility to win it, there was an idea that if we are becoming champions, we cannot raise the bar so low as we kind of thought about. And signing Will Clyburn, which was reported by our colleagues in
it's not official yet.
It's not official, but it's kind of done. Signing Will Clyburn shows that FS has no desire to lower their bar.
It was their weakest position, the small forward, the third spot.
And it kind of changes the way this team was built. I mean, they never had a very strong, individually strong small forward. Kruno Simon was great, but he was more of a, let's say, playmaker, passer, third player, third option on the court. Clyburn is different. He can dominate the game by himself from the small forward position. And I will try to go through the list of players on expiring contracts on the, let's say, through the court of the players. And let's start with Vasa Micic. At least for now, there's a feeling that he's leaning more towards NBA and staying in Efes. But it's not about OKC. There's no place for Micic in OKC, or at least the place where Micic would be happy about, or the role he thinks about playing in NBA. So Miško Raznatovic, his agent, is working for making a trade for him. So if Micic is going to the NBA, it's probably the most likely that there's some other team which will trade for him.
You know where I would love to see him?
Yeah, okay.
Denver.
That's a good point, actually.
With Jokic. I know they have Jamal Murray. Maybe they would need to make some roster changes for Vasa to be happy, because he doesn't want to be there and take the role of Facu Campazzo, for example.
No.
He wants to be an important player. But having Jokic and Micic on the same team in Denver, it would be so spectacular.
I can already see Miško Raznatovic is making another Instagram post because Jokic and Micic are
that
his
would be
kids.
Great. I'm not sure if it's possible.
From Mega to Denver with NBA MVP and with the EuroLeague MVP. Wow, that would be a crazy storyline which Miško could build for. Shane Larkin, from what I hear and what was also reported on Eurohoops, there's a chance that he will stay, which is already a huge win for FS if it makes it happen. By the way, if Micic is leaving, there are rumors that Tomasz Satoranski could join, and personally, I think that is probably one of the best, if not the best, potential replacement for Micic next to Larkin.
Again, you're getting a tall point guard. Tomasz Satoranski is a very good defender. He's a very good playmaker, a very smart player. He improved his jump shot during his years in the NBA. He's shooting a lot better than he was when he played for Barca, for example. We saw him on the Czech Republic national team as a true leader when he played with Jan Vesely, or even without Jan Vesely in the World Cup, where they really had a great run. So really, if they can replace Vasa with Satoranski,
if Clyburn is coming,
they are sorted, really. And all the other signings they will make, they're just additions to already a very talented roster. I mean, you will have to obviously replace some of the bigs because they are aging veterans. Some of them, I believe, will leave the team.
Yeah, for example, Brian Dunstan, it seems like that he is leaving. Mormon is more like a 50-50. Although there is a chance that he might stay. Plyce, there's a, let's say...
I would keep him as a different option.
For sure, especially what he did, not just in the Final Four, but in the playoffs as well. I mean, you have to keep him as a huge shooting big. I mean, he's still valuable in this league.
Yeah.
Then there's Chris Singleton, and it's also like 50-50, although there is a feeling that he was leaving. James Anderson, Kruno Simon, they're leaving for sure. And if we are talking about important adjustments, just not just adding role players, but I think that the frontline signings will be important. And from what I heard, that they really liked Brandon Davis, but it seems like he's leaning towards joining Milan rather than Efes. So, I mean, adding Davis, I'm not so sure if it's connected with Clyburn, because for sure they had to pay for Clyburn. So if you pay Clyburn, maybe you don't have enough money to pay Davis. But then, I mean, it would be crazy. I also heard that Josh Nebo, they're showing strong interest in Josh Nebo, and I would say that's probably replacement for Brian Dunstan.
Yeah.
I mean, for what he's providing on the court.